So yeah, slicing functions. So slicing is used in the extraction of a part of a string, list, or a tuple. The breakdown of our slicing, of course, it has to have the start, the stop, and the step. We can have some notes here. Slicing is the extraction of a part of a string, list, or tuple. Can have the basic syntax here. The basic syntax is sequence, and the start, full colon, stop, and in some cases the step. Okay. Then we can have here the breakdown of syntax. Okay. Sequence. The sequence represents the object. It can be the string, the list that you want to slice. Okay. For example, if you had named a list of fruits, of course you had named the list as fruits, so the sequence is the fruit. This represents the sequence object, e.g. string.
Tony,
Yes,
please zoom out a bit.
I zoom in or out?
Out. It's not, for me, I'm not really able to see.
Is that okay? List. Can you see? Or stop what? Can you see? Confirm.
Yes, I can.
Who else is comfortable with the zoom out?
On my side, it's way too tiny.
Yeah.
It's too tiny. Komboka, what about that one? 100%. Okay.
Okay, that's better.
It's better.
Yes.
Okay. Then we can explain the start. Komboka, have you managed to? Can you see?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. The start is the index.
Yeah, I can't see well.
Index. When it's 100%, you can't see well. Then I zoom in at 110.
That's better.
It's better. Okay. So the index is used to specify where the slice is starting. If omitted, it defaults to the beginning, whereby if you, for example, I'll show you. Whereby if omitted, it will just default to it starting from 0. That is index 0 of the string list or the tuple. It's used for specifying where the slice should start. There's a question. Okay, where the slice should start, and if omitted, it defaults to the beginning. Okay. Then the stop is the opposite of the start. This is the index specifying where the slice should end, and in this case also, if omitted, it defaults to the end of the sequence. Defaults the end of the sequence. Then we have this tape. This tape. This tape is the optional value that specifies the increment between the indices while slicing. If omitted, it defaults to 1. Is an optional value that specifies the increment between indices while slicing. If omitted, it defaults to 1. Okay. So we can start slicing. For example, here we can slice. Example of slicing, and in this case we can decide to slice the message, the common one we've been using. Hello world. Hello world. So we are going to print, use the function print, then we slice our message from, let's say, from 6 full colon to maybe 8. Wait for it to connect. So from our start of 6, so we start counting here. H is 0, E is 1, L is 2, the second L is 3, O is 4, the comma is 5, the space is 6, and W is 7. It looks like we had 2 spaces, then 8W. Okay, let me run it this way. Yes. The H is 0, E is 1, L is 2, the second L is 3, O is 4, then the 5 is the comma, 6 is 7, then O is 8. Questions? on that code.
Hello, Tony.
Yes.
Are we also counting the spaces?
Yeah, the space is being counted, and you see when I add the space, it was able to give me only W because this is H0, E1, the first L2, second L3, the second L3, and the O is 5, then 6 is the comma, 7 space, 8 W. That's why I'm giving only W.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, like in this case, we've sliced a string. We can also slice a list.
Excuse Tony.
Yes.
So, okay, I think maybe my numbers are not adding up.
Mm-hmm.
So 6, we are starting at 6 or we are starting at 7?
Now we are starting at you see you're starting from this is a positive number, so we are when we are indexing, we're starting from our left side, which is 0. That's why H takes 0.
Yeah.
I told you in indexing we start from 0 in Python.
Okay.
Ama,
Okay.
have you
It's
seen the
okay.
logic? Huh?
It's okay. The issue, what I'm asking, I think when I say 6 is, in this case, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is the space, right?
Yes.
7 is W. So 8 is not included, yeah.
8 is not included.
Okay,
So if
okay. That makes sense.
it's always a -1 of your stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Keep in note that one. I didn't note here. Let me note it. Just kumbuka.
Me, I want to ask,
Uh-huh.
why are we putting 8 here?
When I started giving the syntax up here, I did say that when you're slicing, you'll have to have a start and a stop. I'll cover the step later. So when you're having a starter, of course, in this case, we started slicing from 6 towards 8. But we can opt and slice. We can opt and slice from default. When we remove the 6, because I've said there, when the start is omitted, it defaults to beginning. Beginning meaning 0. So it will print for us all the way from the index 0 to index 7, which is 8, which is -1 now. To index 7, the value of 7. So when we run this one, we'll get all the way from hello to W. Because we've not specified our start. Now it has when omitted, it defaults to beginning, which is 0. Same to stop. Umeelewa?
Sijaelewa vizuri.
Mhm.
Okay, tunasema from 6 to 8. Okay, mbona tusieke tu the word nini index number ya the word that tunataka?
Na unaweza, hiyo inaitwa spot. Hiyo inaitwa spot. Unaweza. So for 8 it's O.
It's O.
Yeah, the second O after W.
So ukieka 6 ni penye unaanza kuslice like 1 2 3 4 5 6
Ndio hii
from comma
syntax.
to 8. 6 7 8 8 ondo 8.
Mm.
but
Now
imeprint W.
imekata kwa R, kwa R but itupatii R because it's always a -1. Hiyo ndio swali Samuel alikuwa anauliza before. Mbona tukupewa let's say R because it's always a -1 the value.
Okay.
Ina slicingi so unatoka kutoka huko alafu tukifika maybe kwako alafu tu slice. Sasa wewe una exempted au wengine wanabaki.
Sawa.
Sawa.
Poa.
We said maybe from 2 8. Yeah. So the starting is 2, then we are ending at 8. Now you see imetupatia low and W, including the space, it's being counted. Any question? Na mwingine? Okay. Let's slice our list. So we start by naming our list. Let's say num. Num is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you want to slice it, and maybe for us to get let's say the values 2, 3, 4. So we print num. So 2 is in index 1. So you'll have 1 is our starting point, full colon. Then 4 2 is index 1, then 4 is in index 3. So we take 4 so that you can print between 1 and 5, which is 2, 3, 4. Keep note of this one. It's only the value 1. Negative 1, I mean. Value -1. Yeah, stop. Okay. So now we slice in step. Step, whichever number you've given in your step, or the value is the one that will be added to the index, so that it can determine the next value in the index that will be printed. So for example, if we had a step 2, here, step 2, we'll be only getting 2 and 4. Why? Number 1, element 1 in the list number is in the index 0, 2 is in 1, 3 is in 2, 4 is in 3, and 5 is in 4. So when we're starting from 1, which is 2, this index is 1, which is plus 2, we get 3. So it will print for us the value in index 4, which is 2 plus 3, which is 3. 2 plus 1, which is 3, to get the value which is in index 3, which is 4. Umenielewa?
Hebu rudia tena, we hapo umechanganya.
Si niliwafunza about indexing na nikasema indexing inaanza from 0. Okay, let me open our Word document. In Python, we start indexing from 0. So let's take our code right here and explain it well. Yeah, sindio. So in this case, let me insert variable 3. So in this case, our numbers, we have 1, then we have 2, then we have 3, then we have 4, then we have 5. But the indexing is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Umeelewa hadi hapo?
Yes.
Yes. Now, so for the step to work, step is equals to the index value plus the step value. Unaona sasa in layman's language. So like in 2 the index ya 2 ni si ni 1, si ndio?
Yes.
So it being 1 na tuna step by 2. So if we step by 2 here, 1 plus 2 will get 3. So it will print for us the value 4, which is the number which is stored in index 3. Umeona?
The last
Yeah, mwisho.
statement.
Eh?
Rudia mara ya mwisho.
Rudia tena.
Now, step ni index plus the step value. Hapa juu step value yetu ni 2. So unaona? So for it to print, our start ni 1, of course 1. So step 1. So index 1 already ni 2. But you want to find the next one, which you have to go down to your index, then it will add another 2 steps. So it will add 1 plus 2 in the start one from the index yenye ilianzia, which is 1 plus 2, you get 3. Hii 3 value gani ndio iko stored kwa index ya 3? Ni 4. That's why it was printing 4. Mbona how it works? Au na wakanganya zaidi?
Kindly first start with explaining the first one, the one that you did 1 to 4 without the 2. Then now you go to the next one
Without the
after
step,
adding the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here now. Hapa, si ndio? Si ndio?
Yeah, so start with explaining that, then you add the 2.
Now here, si ndio? Now here we started by creating a list. The list was called num, and the elements in the list were 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But I want to slice the list such that I can have only from index 1 to index 4. So, and note that they always stop from the syntax here. The stop of your sequence lazima ikuwe na -1. So si expect for the index 4 ikuprintie that value that is stored in index 4. So here ikakuja nikasema print num, but this num I want to be specific such that I want to retrieve only the values from the start is index 1 to index 4. That's why I got it 2, 3, and 4. Because we start indexing from 0, now 1 took 0, 2 took 1, 3 took 2, and 4 took 3, and 5 took 4. That's why it was this way. The indexing that I've done here. Do you have 1 took index 0, 2 took index 1, 3 took index 3, index 2, 4 took index 3, and 5 took index 4. Mnielewa hadi hapo?
Yes.
Yes, huh? So when you come now, you want to step whereby I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, huh? And I want the values between 1 and 4, but I don't want all the values between 1 and 4. That's why you come in and say that I want to step, such that when it starts with the value of 1, which is the starter, the index 1, it prints for me the value of index 1, which is 2 in this case. Then it will step, because I don't want the other values. I just want from there a step of 2. From here I explained that step is an optional value that specifies the increment between indices while slicing. If omitted, it defaults to 1. That's why hapo wakati tuliomit echo step ilitupatia all the values. But here now in this case we want to have a step. Now when you're stepping, you consider only the index part. Now in this case our start was at index 1. So in this index 1 plus 2 will get 3. We move to our index 3. That at 3 it carries value 4. That's why value 4 was printed. Mnielewa hadi hapo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Siko sawa sasa?
Yes.
Anyone else amebaki nyuma?
Tony, I'm asking, so
Yeah.
if you put step like 4, it will give you an error.
Yeah. You see now it has to be in the range. Si uliona wakati tulikuwa tunafanya ranging ilikuwa inatupatia error if haiko kwa range, itatupatia error. So if it's like step na 6, itatupatia not in range. Oh, 6 is there. Or let's say we step, let's say na 9. Why is it giving this way?
No, I'm saying on the step.
You've not stepped.
Like if you put 4 and then you put step 3 or 5 after putting the range.
After putting the range. See, this is our range, sindio? Sindio?
Yeah, that's the range and then the step.
Then the step will be 5, huh?
Yeah, it should give you an error, right? It will only give you the first one.
Imetupatia 2. Okay, let me see. I don't know why it's going back. Okay, let's say 9.
It makes sense. It should give you the first one, yeah?
Let's say 9. That's giving us, let's say 10. I don't know why it's defaulting to the first one. Still giving us the first one. You encountered such a scenario?
I know, I just thought about it.
Curiosity.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Anyone else?
Okay, mi bado Todi sijaelewa.
Wapi hapo? Tusikuache nyuma.
Hiyo story ya increment. Kwa nini tulipata 2, 4 pekee?
Kwa nini tulipata 4 peke yake?
2 na 4.
4? Okay.
Yes.
Let me put more information here.
Otoni, let one of us, the students who have understood, maybe can explain.
Okay. Who has understood, explain?
Okay, let me try, depending on me how I've understood it. Open your Word, kindly.
Okay.
The Word document you are using. So in my case, understood it like a sequence. You see, when you do 2, like we step by 2. So you take like 0, 1, that is 2, sindio? Like when you take number 1, 2. I don't know if you understand. When you start sequencing, you started with 0, then 1, then 2,
Indexing.
then 3, then 4. So when, like, you see, when you're doing sequence, you usually add 2, 2, 2. So you'll go 0 to 1, 0 to 1. That is, I'm lost. Let me
But in this
think.
case, we started from index 1. And under index 1, we have the value 2.
Okay, so I've remembered. So you said we do it 2. So you do 0, 1, 0 to 1, then 1 to 2. I don't know. Okay, I'm lost. I understood it, but I'm lost, David.
So,
Okay,
Let me help.
Okay.
so anyone else?
Brenda, hiyo ya step si tumesema indexing inaanza from 0 to 4.
Yes.
Aya, alafu hapo tumeandika 1 to 4 to 2. Sawa, indexing ni hapo tunaanzia number 1. Our step is 2. So 1 plus 2 you get 3. Alafu sasa tunakuja hapo kwa 3 hapo chini kwa tumeanzia 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 3. Tunaangalia value ya 3 ni gani? Ni 4. Sasa ndo maana tumepata 2 and 4. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Okay.
So.
Brenda, may make sense.
Ina make sense.
Hiyo umesema hivyo ni kama uko satisfied.
Wacha tena nitarudia tu tena.
Sawa. Sawa. But once you've understood about indexes, ni hivyo tu. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa nini? The concept. Sawa. So let's look at negative indices and reverse slicing. Yes? So in negative, it's whereby your step is in negative form. We can have the message that we used here. Okay, I can use this one. And use here. But now in this case, we'll try to put it in the negative form, whereby we'll omit the start and the stop, but have it print from the negative, which is -1. And that will be our output. So it's like it has been mirrored when you have -1. Swali. Okay. So you can also go to the specific spot.
Wait, Tony. What
yes.
has happened?
What has happened is it has printed from the negative side, from your right hand side towards the left hand side.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see the blanks in before the full columns. You know? When you omitted, it defaults to 0. which I've explained here. Start is the index specifying where the slice should start. If omitted, it defaults to the beginning. Top is the index specifying where the slice should end. If omitted, it defaults to the end of the sequence. 1. But in this case, now we want it to start from the negative side, to step from the negative side. That's how you reverse the slicing. Bado? Are you okay?
So meaning at index -1.
No, there's no index -1. That's a step.
It's a step.
Mm.
Okay, so
So unaona syntax yetu ndio hii hapa. This one. That's the one guiding us. I can still repeat the class kama mjaelewa. Because slicing inakuanga challenging hivyo. Anyone else? Leo mko silent. Samuel.
Yes, Tony.
How is the going?
Yeah.
Unaonaje? Imekuwa ngumu.
Ni sawa. I'm just thinking, where would you apply that one?
Kuna mbele tu.
Huko machine learning.
Huko deep learning huko mbele tu.
Okay.
Huwa inakuja, huwa inajileta tu. Not necessarily tu hapa. So like kama for example, okay, kwa control statements nitawaonyesha how the lists came in and the tuples and how to do all. Vanessa,
Yes.
umeelewa?
Yes, nimeelewa. I'm just thinking, can you like your reverse slice a specific number, like maybe from the 3rd to the 8th value? Can it
Okay.
work?
Let's see. From the 3rd to the 8th. Giving us a blank. So you wanted us to reverse from index 8, huh?
Yes, if it can work, like the
Going
3rd
back,
to the last. Yeah.
Going back, huh?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Okay. It will be this way. And now we'll remove this one so that it will not step. I don't know why it's giving us a blank. Should work.
Actually, it's working. When you try it.
Yeah. Are you using the offline one?
Am I using the
Jupyter offline one, the one for Anaconda?
No, I'm using the Google Colab. You just add your previous code between message, you put another bracket, then you put 3 to 8. You don't like mess up with the initial one you had.
Okay. I never knew about that one. So we have then
put there's another square bracket next to message, between message and that one, then you put 3 to 8.
3 to 8?
Yes.
Okay. Then I close it again.
Yeah, you close the square bracket.
The other one. Hapa senda?
No, you close, just put like 3 to 8.
Okay.
Is no like
Hapa.
you see this? Yes, there.
Haya. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hata mi nimejua leo hiyo. Another one. Another question. Okay. The same can be done with tuples. Let's see with tuples. First, kwanza specific spot. Specific spot is whereby you want the specific. Like if it's the O, you want the O. If it's the first L, you want the first L. So it can be message. Just take this one. I'll copy. Then we can have let's say 4. And then get 4. That's how you can find the specific one. So the same can be done with tuples. Whereby with the tuple, you can choose to convert it to the list, then create a new tuple again. Okay, so it can be tuple 1 is equals to tuple list. First we have to create the list, which will be list is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. Getting an error. Why am I getting an error? Okay, I now have list 1. Yes. After creating the list, and then we can convert it into a tuple, whereby you can have a tuple 1 is equals to tuple, which is you're converting the list to a tuple list. Okay. The list object is not iterable. Why? That's the
You used
Yes.
list 1, not list.
Okay, thanks. Well, we call it tuple 1. Okay, thank you. Okay. Have you seen on how to convert tuples to a list? Then now you can access the type of spot you want in the list. that was in the tuple. Leo mko dull. What's up? Nancy Bosira. Samuel.
Yes, Tony, I'm here. I'm following.
Why is the class dull? Hata inakaribia kukuwa boring. What's up?
Tuko active. Tuna follow.
Watu waongei, unlike before nilikuwa naulizwa maswali and all, nakuwa challenged. Leo tu ni Vanessa leo ametuchallenge, ametuchano na kitu moja. Wengine we just clear. Today you don't have any questions.
Class ni ngumu but
Ni ngumu.
tunafollow.
Okay. Then tutamake it kwa control. Hizo if else. Kweli.
Tutamake ni tuna manage. Itakuwa sawa.
Kwamboka.
Tony.
I'm confusing you even more, ama.
Hapana, hii yenye umefanya sasa iko sawa. Mi ile
sawa.
ingine ndo sikuelewa. Ile ya slicing pale juu. Yes.
Okay, nitatengeneza notes on it alafu nitatuma.
Okay.
Then kama bado utaelewa alafu tena we'll just see on how we can organize maybe session ya mtu akuelewa maybe on a Sunday. Then we do like a 30 minutes thing. Irudie.
Okay.
Okay. So after converting the list to a tuple, then now you can come and try to access the specific value in the index of the tuple. So it's all about indexing everywhere in this slicing. So I need like you guys to for us to be on the same page, because if the indexing
should be in our fingertips.
Yeah, because slicing it's all about indexing. So kama Kwamboka amesema yashabaki nyuma, even in this one now ataelewa. Mani wiki imekuwa ndefu.
I think hiyo ya kuslice mi naona hiyo range ndio hebu go back to hapo hivyo kwa kuslice. Hiyo range ndio inaleta
issue ama ni the stepping?
Sa ukiona hiyo number umeka number 1 just go to hapo. So unaweka index 1 hiyo iko clear. First index which is the second after 0 so inakuja 2 number 2. And then hiyo 4 the reason tunaiweka hapo hivyo, what's the reason? The reason hiyo ni range but so hiyo range and then and then step in number 2. So step in number 2 has to be as in on the third after the second semicolon. So I think your range ndio ilikuwa ina confuse, hata mimi nalikuwa inani confuse.
The ranging and the stepping.
Yeah. So the stepping, I think maybe the way it's set up, the stepping has to be as in after the range, because the range doesn't make any. It's only limiting.
Yeah. The range is only limiting.
So the range is only limiting. So the other one, the number 2, I mean the stepping is just to show the more of an interval. Like after now you count 2 other 2 after first indexing, but
you
now
add
it's
more
index.
2 steps.
2 index. Yeah, I think that's pretty much clear. Just the range which is confusing.
Alafu
looks like it's complicating, nika kitu big but
alafu in your free time ukifanya 2, 3, 4 it will be just like itakuwa itakuwa understood. Yes, Salome. Salome, yes. You raised up your hand.
Okay. I think I can explain the stepping in a simple way.
Okay.
It's just the normal sequences that we did in mathematics. Like if we are given a sequence from 1 to 10, and then along the list there are dashes and you are told to fill in. We used to find the factor by which maybe the sequence is increasing by. For example, if you are given 2, 4, 6, 8, then the next is a dash, and then 14, then 16. Like, you know that factor by which the numbers are increasing. For example, if we are given 2, 4, 6, it's a 2. So stepping is the factor, in short.
Yes.
Yeah, but also you have to be careful. It's under index. It's not the
Yes.
values,
Yeah.
but index.
Yeah.
So I have a question, Tony.
Yes.
The same way we converted list to tuple is the way we can also convert to list, tuple to lists. Now you use list, or that's totally different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like now, the conversion, it's not part of the class. It's some of the things that I've encountered. So like hata mimi na share, but I think ni kama I'm complicating even more.
Yeah, no, we understand that one.
Yes,
got it.
Vanessa. Yeah.
I just want to explain to Brenda in how Samuel has said it, because I think now I even understand it better. Samuel has said that, see, we had like 1 to 4 to 2. So it means this 4 doesn't play a factor, it's just a range. So you count from 0 to 1. So the value that is at 1, which will be 2. That's what you put. Then the next one, you add 1 to the other 2, then that will be the 3. 3, the value at 3 will be 4. So in case at where here there is 2, it would have been 5. Just an example. So you take 1, no, let's say 3. It would have been 3. You take 1 plus 3, that is 4. The fourth value here is 5.
Yeah, true. Brenda, is it clear? Brenda,
Yes, Tony.
is it clear?
It's starting to get clear.
Okay. Ni wapi ndio umekwama? The indexes and everything. Okay. Wacha nikabe basi control statements, Brenda.
Yes, Tony.
Then you go do your own research on the indexes and everything in Python. Then when we meet on Monday, then tarudia tena the topic. Let me cover control statements. The if else and all. Hizo hazina, they're not about slicing.
Okay.
Yeah. So that we can may learn something out of the class. So
That's okay, Tony.
let me go to control statements basi. So in Python, we have the if else, and which one? If else, you have the loops, which are the for, and we have like statements like break. So for example, like in an example whereby we have a variable x, which has stored the value 0, and we want to print it so that we can know if it's a positive or a negative. Simply it's if x is greater than 0. Always after the conditional statement, you have to finish with a full colon, so that it can indent for you. Print positive number, else full colon, print invalid. So okay. X is greater than 0, print positive number, else invalid. Yes, it's the syntax. English. Okay. So the number greater or equal to, so the number is a positive number. So in the case whereby you want to have like a scenario whereby you want to input your own x value, I already show you how to input. Start from the int, input, enter a number. When you run it, let's say we put number 6, we'll have a positive number. But when we rerun it, and let's say we have a -9, say invalid. Questions? Brenda, yuko sawa?
Hii niko sawa.
Tony,
Yes.
rudilia hapo kwa enter number. I missed it.
Enter number.
Yeah.
Enter number. Yes, Almasi. Almasi, ngoja kwanza tumalizie nani, alafu I'll clear. Okay, kwa enter number, this is the syntax for entering a number. Yes. Whereby you have to specify it is an integer. Then
Si
input.
hapo.
Wapi?
Hapa chini.
Hapa chini.
Kwenye umeweka value -9, hapo ndo nimemiss.
Okay. You have to run first the code. Alafu itakupatia this small box where you'll enter your value.
Okay. Okay. Sawa.
Okay. So you can say even -1. Invalid. Almasi, yes.
I had a lag when you started it, so I'm not. When you started the control statements.
When I started the control statement.
Yeah, so.
Oh, so now in this case, we are talking about the if-else statement.
Yes.
In this if-else statement, we have an option of entering our own number, so that it can from the control, if the number will be less than, will be greater than or equal to 0, which is our condition. This one right here, it's our condition. We will print positive number. The console will print positive number. Else invalid.
Yes.
So if and else should be indented together because this condition right here determines whether it will print this information or this information.
Okay.
Yeah. So ukitoa
Okay.
no, ukitoa hivyo utapata error.
Inakuwa
Mm.
yeah.
So
Also, it has to be on the same line if
yeah.
the second condition.
Invalid syntax, which is indentation. You have to be together.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but
Tony,
Yes.
I don't know. My codes are okay,
Yeah.
but I don't know why they are not running.
Or share your screen. Indentation. Click before else, the space there. It should be in line with if. Backspace. Yeah. Run. Now enter number. Why ina take long to run? Meet your network.
Mine is also just running like that.
Oh, did you include if x is greater than or equal to 0?
Yes.
Okay, share your screen, Vanessa.
No, it should be greater than or equal to.
Yeah, so it will be like mine, which is Komboka.
Tony?
Yes, add the equal sign. Share your screen to bado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see between the greater and 0, add equal.
Yes.
In between there, so that the condition will be x is greater than or equal. Yes, now run.
Ooh. An error.
Haya, iko tu sawa, kuna error hapo. Okay, so tuone information. If x is greater than or equal to 0, print. What's the error saying? Enda chini. Interrupted by user. Oh, so rerun it now. Okay, now you can have any value inside of it. The -9. Enter.
Okay.
Yeah. Vanessa, imerun?
Yes.
Okay. Haya,
Yangu inaniambia x is not defined.
share your screen. Tuone.
Apparently, I'm not able to share, but let me just check where I made a mistake.
Okay. Samuel, yako imerun?
Yangu iko sawa.
Oh. Philip, today you came in late. Catch up?
Yeah, catch up. Yeah.
Okay. Ann, yako imerun? Ann Bosire? Okay. And your code imerun. Okay. So let's cover the if else. Okay. So we say we are inputting again a number. Okay. I'll take this code here right here. And we want to say that condition if x is greater than 0, full colon, print positive number. Positive number. Now, if full colon, print x I can say x is 0. Then another if print let's give us a condition here, x is less than 0. Then you can print x is maybe negative. Yes. Okay. Now in this one, you can say it's equal to. In Python, when you are saying like something is equal to it, equal, that's how you say it. But if you put one equal sign, it will be like you're assigning it. But double, it's equal. Sawa? I think it's okay now. Now, if x is greater than 0, print positive number. If is equal to 0, print x is 0. If x is less than 0, print x is negative. So now else print which other one? X is negative. I'm still having an error here. I don't know why. Yeah. It's supposed to be x. Yeah. When you run it, then you can have any number inside, because we have now 3 conditions. In fact, 4. So you can say -9. X is negative. A question kidogo hapo I didn't explain well. Nani hajaelewa? Because of I was tackling the errors. Hello, Samuel.
I got an error.
You got an error? Okay, share your screen, Tony.
Set, okay, a minute. Here. It's in line 3, so
Oh, you didn't define x. X is equal to what? 0.
Where? Line 3.
Yeah.
Line 2.
Yeah. Line 3. And if x is equal to 0.
Here.
No. The yenye iko juu yake. Hapo.
Hapa.
Move to the side and then put x.
Okay. Thank you.
Si lazima ijue x iko equal to what?
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
Then run.
Okay, thanks.
So now you can have any number inside and it will execute, because now we're talking about positive, negative, if it's equal to 0 itself.
So I can just switch 0 with any number.
Yeah, you can now switch 0 with any number and expect
Or I have
the
to go
output.
to I have to copy this code again.
No. Switch to hapo.
Hapa tu.
Like to say 4, sawa basi. Sawa.
Every number or just
now the condition zote zitarun hadi chini. Switch 4 pia.
So ni switch tu kwa zote, condition zote.
If you want to, but bado inaweza baki hivyo. You can still run hivyo tuone.
X is negative.
X is negative. Ulieka gani? Which number? Ulieka 4. Ulieka 4 kwa the input.
I have to put okay.
Input. Now chukua hii line hapa juu. Just copy paste this one. Juu yake. Yeah, the input.
This one.
Yeah. Ichukue to be instead of rewriting. Copy. Haya. Okay. Sawa basi. Enter. Then now take the cell 14 yote. Copy cell 14 yote. You can still use the shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts. Okay. Now enter. Now run. Run.
Okay.
Now enter a number.
This is 4. This is negative.
You've entered number 4 and it said x is negative.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, yeah. You didn't put x is greater than or equal to 4 so that it can include 4.
X is greater than
or equal to 4. Now run. So when you have 4 inside, it should say positive number.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Yes.
I also have an error.
Share screen. Hiyo error ni ya indent. Sawa. Click hapo kwenye huko tu. We align na if. Yeah. Backspace. Yeah. Zote pia. Zote. And the other one. And in your first elif, I will just specify x is equals to what? Your first one. Yeah, you should have x there. Okay. And in your print now, in the same print, I will just close print. Parenthesis. Yeah, the second print. Juu. Where x is 0, would they close that message? Yeah, close it. Alafu double quote ndani. Close the quotation mark first, then uta delete hiyo ingine. Haya, close ingine. Na nini? Delete ingine. delete your bracket pia. Now it should be okay. Okay, now alafu x yako tena ni is equals to 0. Wait first. Your x should be less than 0 because now you've given two conditions of which condition moja iko na error. When you're equaling a value, unatumia two equal signs. Now in your last if before else, yeah, that condition it should be less than. Less than. Yes, now run. But you have a bracket that is there. Hapo chini kwa print, kuna hiyo bracket ya mwisho iko in red. Delete it. Yeah, now run. Now enter any number of your desire. Okay. Sawa. Python is sensitive to indentation. Ukuwe keen nayo. Anyone else? Okay, let's stop there for today. Then tukirudi I'll cover on the loops and alls. Bado nitarudi on the slicing part. Kumbuka, she'll go read more on the slicing part and fanya research alafu ndio nikirudia you can get it right.
Yes, I will.
And to anyone else who mwenye anaona slicing ni ngumu kidogo.
Mimi venye Samuel alieleza nikakuwa sawa.
Okay, sawa. Sawa. Nancy Bosire. Hayuko clear. Aya. Okay, let's stop there for today. Before I confuse you guys more. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Samuel. Hello, Samuel.
Sorry, yes, Tony.
Yes. My explanation is a bit complicated, Ama. Why are people finding it hard to understand me?